Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the Item Roulette Challenge. We spin some wheels, they give us some gear, we take that gear to a level and generally get 3 out of 4 of our objectives done. Now, we're on the final stretch, we've got 3 levels left in level 4. Trouble is, last time out I made what was possibly the stupidest decision I've made at any point whilst playing Hitman Freelancer for this channel, and I got myself murked, and now we face 3 alerted levels. I've already spun the wheels to see what we're starting with. As you can see, there's a water canister involved. There's also a makeshift scrap shotgun, the Kronstadt Mini Flash Robo, a burial dagger, and the Jaeger 7 sniper rifle. So it's another common sniper rifle which doesn't help us with the prestige, but the burial dagger means that melee kill epic is certainly an option. So where are we taking our epic cells today? I still think that New York is a good bet for the showdown. Even though all 3 are now alerted, the fact that it's got high target bodies and we're only going to have 1 target is good. So that would leave Scale or Hawke's Bay. Hawke's Bay requires assault rifles and SMGs, neither of which we've got. So to maximise the chances of getting everything done, I think Scale's the first port of call. Plus we got the burial dagger, so it would be appropriate. We don't have any poisons though. That's the only downside. And I know for a fact that we're getting the Collector's Karma next time, because that's the only thing left on the tools wheel. So we either go to Hawke's Bay on the off chance that we can get both assault rifles and SMGs, which we might be able to, you know, from that hidden room upstairs. Or we go to Scale. Let's actually start with Hawke's Bay. Or possibly Hantu, depending on what Freelancer Variations has to say. It's going to be tricky, so we may as well get it out of the way first. Okay, it is indeed Hawke's Bay. It's hostile. There's a handful of guards in quiet spots perhaps that we might be able to bash on the head to get that first objective done, and then we might have to just kill everybody. But I don't mind doing that on levels where most people are guards. The water canister is just going to be a millstone around our necks, because what are we supposed to do with that? I suppose we can throw it to distract people. We could if anyone would hear it. So you 2 are now going that way. The fact there's 2 of you makes life difficult. It'd be nice to take out 1 person first, get an outfit, and then we might be in a slightly better position, although there's probably a lot of enforcers about. Here comes a couple of guys. Can we deal with them without too much trouble?
What?
We throw that there, they both turn and look. One of them's going to go and have a look at it.
Just heard something. Maximilian might be back. Hold on a second.
Yeah, you go have a look while your friend wanders off. And that is 1 of 3. Good. And there's another shotgun. We don't need another shotgun. Now, you've also got a shotgun. You suck. I guess there's no harm in crunching these guys, just in case someone does happen to find them. We don't want any more living guards than necessary. Oh, that's our water canister again. Where do we leave it? Was it back over with that guy that we bopped with it? Yeah, it is. Now, where are we going to go for gentleman number 3? Possibly into the house, but I'm not sure. There's a guy who looks to be on his own. There's a guy who looks to be on his own. This one might be a better bet. We'll have to see the supplier as well now that we've lost a lot of our gear. No one noticed that? Good. So that is much of our goal completed. No one's watching this guy, are they? Oh, someone's found a body.
Come on. I think we could do with the paramedics here. I found one lifeless body. Over.
I think we could do with a paramedic here. Found one lifeless body. Over. What's a paramedic going to do? You need some sort of wizard if you want to bring someone back from the dead.
This one seems to be expired.
Yeah, they do. Now, there's a submachine gun. So, who heard that? Both of those
Nothing
guys?
here, Command. Moving on.
Yeah, they both did. Interesting.
Come in, Command.
Yeah.
Hurry. Intruder on the premises.
Intruder is on the premises. That's very true. I don't think anyone else has heard this though.
Guys, I need some backup.
So we've got this mound and just this mound. Good. So that's SMGs out of the way. Let's pick up our gear. Don't suppose there's anything terribly exciting in this crate that's just washed up on the beach. Mercies, we'll take them. Despite my failure last time, we've still got over 300,000. We should probably consider at some point who our targets are. Mark Chase, Joseph Stevens, and Bodyguard. They're all just looking for Max the dog. They're maybe not the worst people in the world, but it's not going to stop them from killing me if they see me. So I'm going to have to kill them first. Oops, water canister. Oh, now I've got a shotgun on my back that I didn't really require. Let's see what Supplier Friend's got to offer, although we can't take anything back just yet. So they've got my sword off and my lethal pills. They do have the big sniper rifle.
Thank you.
But that would require taking 2 sniper rifles about the place. We don't really want to do that right now. Be nice to get a kill with this sniper rifle that we've brought along though, just because it's part of the challenge, isn't it? Using the gear that we've been tasked to bring. Now, you guys are carrying what? Submachine guns? Yeah, HXs by the look of it. So we've got Bodyguard over there. It's just a guy. It's going to take forever to pull out the sniper rifle, much as the last one did. In Haven. Now. There we go. There's our man down.
The area. We need to find the perp.
Yeah.
Understood.
Need to find the perp. You lot, come find the perp. I'm definitely not the perp. I'm just another security man. So you don't need to worry too much about me. Oh, and here comes the lad who was stood next to Bodyguard. Oh, our other target has come wandering over as well. That's interesting. Not that we can do a lot against 5 heavily armed men. I think it's probably best to just sit tight for a moment. I don't think they're going to make their way over here. They're all kind of moving away now though, so
Come on. I have nothing to report from my current location. Over.
let's do a big sneaky round. Yeah, they're all calming down. So one of them's going to go for the body. The rest are now chilling. So I think the guards are all SMGs and shotguns. And there's limited hope of us finding an assault rifle, unless there happens to be one in the upstairs room. The fact that the politicians come out there now, or her double, possibly the actual politician, means that we can't shank our second target just yet. Is he going to go indoors? He is. Well, that makes life a bit easier. Not terribly worried about him being found. I think someone might wander through here and find him at some point soon. I am interested in getting upstairs though. Yeah, someone has in fact found his body already. So this area might get hot. There might be a silenced pistol upstairs as well if we can get there in one piece. So let's just wander into the house if we can. Yes. Well, there's a bunch of folks in there that'll recognise us if we're not careful, but let's see. There goes that baldy bodyguard. I can stop being weird. Probably. Now. Is that guy just chilling, or is he actually awake? He was awake. It's not now, though. So, what have we got? We've got a silenced pistol. We don't have an assault rifle, sadly. We'll take everything else, though. So I don't think we're getting the assault rifle related challenge complete. It might just be another 3 out of 4. Yeah, that guy was also just carrying a submachine gun. What if we drag this guy downstairs? I'm wondering if we can get a bodyguard outfit. By luring the politician's bodyguard into here.
We should check it out. Can you go look?
I hear you.
Yeah, you go look.
Clear. I think
You,
we're clear.
you're not even going to look.
I have. Oh. What the hell is that? Why don't you go check it out?
Got it.
He doesn't seem to want to check it out. Possibly because it's in a hidden room. What if we throw something just outside the
I
door?
don't see anything suspicious.
I have devoted my
Yeah,
life
let's throw it out here.
whether it was
And then maybe he'll come over there. And then maybe he'll look into this room.
Knowledge.
And he will see the gun on the chair. Are you going to see the gun on the chair, my friend? No? He doesn't hear that either. Maybe just wait for us to start walking away and then we do it.
I need a cigarette.
Yeah, she's starting to go.
Okay.
Now's our chance.
Everything.
Why don't you go check it out?
Affirmative.
Rage against
Yeah,
them,
good.
or would we forgive?
You there. The bodyguard.
Okay, come on in, friend.
What the fuck?
Okay, someone else kind of coming along. Interesting.
Help!
Yeah, you need help. This much is true. Go and get help.
Exactly as I say, understand? Good.
Okay.
Go on, go get help. Leave me alone with this body for a moment. Thank you. Cool. Okay, we got an outfit that I wanted. That's good.
I need you to keep your head down if you want to stay alive.
Oh,
He's right there!
and then we immediately ran into her downstairs. Bloody hell.
Never move out.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay, so that's this outfit buggered.
Keep your eyes open, okay? Yeah, I got it.
Well, that was unfortunate, wasn't it?
No sign of him here.
At least we got a silenced pistol.
Move, find him.
It's not an accurate pistol. At least not in my hands. It is silent. Maybe we should just leave this water canister somewhere. Right, there's still only a couple of folks who know what I look like, and one of them is going to go out and have a cigarette at some point. So we can deal with her. Like so. Given enough time. Cost us 50 mercies, but we can live with that. The alternative is we just rush in and grenade her, but that could be a risky play. Oh, is she up there now? We know that nobody, generally speaking, is going to go near the supplier. So maybe we just leave the water canister over there so we don't have to carry it around. Maybe we leave the briefcase over there as well, because we've killed someone with the sniper rifle already. I need you to guard my cool stuff, if you wouldn't mind. Now, because we're back in this outfit, there will be enforcers about. Does that guy found a body, maybe? Or are they just strolling? They're just strolling. Let's just double check. Oh dear. A explosion. Made me jump. That's
clear.
taken out one of the people that had us compromised. Hasn't done anything for these guards and their lack of suspicion. They're in fact on alert once again. Well, now might be a good time to get upstairs because they're escorting her yet again. Is it hostile to climb this pipe?
I've arrived at the location and it looks clear.
No.
Back to smoking and joking. Over.
But then it's hostile to climb over the top. But then it stops being once again.
What's that command?
Now,
Okay, you're in charge.
there's our man. Where's our makeshift shotgun?
Come on, shoot that son of a bitch. Okay.
It's very dark in here.
Area is clear. Please advise.
Damn it! I don't have visual. Where is he? Anyone got him?
Lovely. Now we just hide behind this curtain. And life is just easy. I guess at this point we could also kill anyone who's left.
Up over here, pronto.
If we felt like it. There's a whole lot of people strolling around on this floor right now though. Many of them are guards. Because many of everyone on this level is guards. So we could play it safe. And just stay in this cupboard for a bit. Super observant guard right here. It's not even dragging. He's just bagging and tagging, but no dragging. And off he goes. So basically everyone stopped searching at this point. They're just cleaning up guns and such. Which means we can just go for a stroll, really. Now, we could take out this guy. Does it help us or hurt us if we do or don't? It might hurt us if we don't, because he might see us climbing down the railing. But then, do we want to climb down the railing? Or do we want to play it safe? Or is climbing down the railing playing it safe? Because how else am I going to get down without running into half a dozen enforcers and whatnot? Like that Baldy over there. Have we got a chance there? Good. Okay. We could pop the safe, but there's no real need, so let's just go and grab our gear. We'll buy that Drazina again that we lost last time. Because I think we've killed everyone en route to the exit, so they won't mind the fact that I'm carrying a sniper rifle on my back. No, wrong briefcase, 47. We need this one. And this water canister. That we technically made use of, what with all the bashing of people's heads. So we've used both our guns, we've used our melee weapon, and it got us a prestige, but we haven't used the flash robot or the water canister. I'd say that's fine. That's decent going. We got 3 out of 4, which, as I've said, seems to be par for these sorts of levels with this roulette challenge. I was kind of worried that we were just going to get killed on Hawke's Bay. So, yeah. In summary, I'm pleased with how this first mission today has turned out. Now we can spin the wheels and see what we're taking to probably scale. And it's a mixed bag. We have got the Prox Taser. We've got a legendary Jaeger sniper rifle. Very nice. But then we've got the Bartoli 75S. Terrible. We have got the Collector's Karma. Also very nice. And then we got an ICA combat axe, which is fine, one supposes. So, Silent Assassin suit only. I think we can disregard that right away. So, Timed Hide and Seek or Collateral Accident. We do have a Prox Taser, so we could potentially throw somebody on top of a puddle of water, throw down the Prox Taser, and get out of dodge. I'm thinking scale is the best bet. Only use one disguise could be tricky unless we get an elite guard outfit, so if we don't start on the roof, that could be sketch. If we can't manage to Prox Taser someone in a puddle, then the alternative, of course, is propane tanks, which we could pop with our legendary sniper rifle. So I'm thinking Collateral Accident, and I'm thinking scale might be kind to us. Maybe. Okay, we're up here. We're up on the old church roof, and it's dark once again. Very well. Last time we did a dark map, it was Haven, and we all know how that went. One of our targets is not far below us at all. Connor Wade. Then we've got Vanessa, we got Joseph, and we got Catherine. So they're all fairly low down. On that basis, maybe an elite guard outfit isn't necessary. Maybe a regular guard outfit would be fine. Maybe we don't even use a guard outfit. Would a custodian outfit be enough to get us to all the places that we want to be? Let's see if we can't lure one of these chaps upstairs. They don't seem to be wanting it. And if we're going to kill them quietly, we're going to need to do it with the sniper rifle. I wasn't aware that you could just about peek into that room down there from up here. So I guess if you had a target in there, you could shoot the floor down there and then lure them across and then pop them in the head. Curious. Now, is it possible that we can line up these two guys without either of them noticing us? And then use one piercing shot. Maybe. Yes, good. So that's them out of the picture. You get slightly different, but no better Bartoli. Ah, our target is one of those guards that chats with his friend and then goes back and looks out the entrance. So that's good. that room does contain a custodian, I believe. Do we put away the sniper rifle? It's probably not wise to use it if things escalate into a firefight. Generally doesn't go well. So, is this door going to be locked? No. Good. Excellent. So that should be another guard out of the picture. Assuming we can knock him out. Did I push him far enough away that I can close the door? Yes, good.
Hello.
So there might only be civilians left in that room. Might not even be a custodian in there on this version of the map. I'm not 100%. We could potentially become the MC, but I don't know if that really would help us. Maybe we just throw a briefcase over there. Now, custodian is going to turn back to his business, I think.
No problem.
Yeah. You're going to come this way and then turn towards my briefcase. Good. Excellent. So we can get our man. We just pick up a key as well, perhaps. Now, our man is in front of a camera, so... Let's bring him over here a bit.
Hello?
Good. So we've got an outfit. We've chosen our outfit for the level, and all being well, that's going to be one that works out just fine for us. What have we got in here? Lead pipe. That could also come in handy. Now, camera box. There isn't even a camera box in here on this version of the map. Pesky. There is a fan though, but then there's no water canisters or similar. So that's no help for any collateral accidents. I don't think there's any puddles downstairs either. So that's one option for taking out our man. That's out of the question. So, our target is smoking next to an oil drum. There are two other people nearby, though, which might be too many people. Can we lure those people into this room? No. Because this would be an ideal spot for an excellent kill.
Greetings, Earthling.
What? You know, I could just lure one of them into this room, that would be great. No, they're not hearing that. What if I throw it just out here? Good, they heard that.
Probably check that out. I'm on it.
Yeah, you come check that out, friend. And now you should come in here and check that out.
What was that noise?
Yeah, what was that noise?
Hey, somebody trying to be funny?
Somebody's trying to save your life, my man. Because you were the one who answered the call, you don't get to be part of the collateral accident. Now, we could do the same again. Or we could do it with her.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter which one we do it with. Because we're going to lure one of them in here and bash them. Then we're just going to go out and bash the other one. Bonk. Cool. So that just leaves one man. Nobody down there can really see what we're up to. So down goes our one man. And he's about to get covered in gasoline. So we have target, we have a luckless fellow, we have some absolute gas, which is now going to spill out all over the floor, one hopes. It's very dark. Is that just because there's a lot of light on my screen because it's approaching summertime? Maybe. Either way, shall we put this away before anyone makes their way up the stairs to see what's happened? So that's our prestige out of the way. Now, take no damage, poison target, 1 disguise. We've got a target down below who we know about. We've got Joseph and Catherine as well. And we did pick up the key from the MC, so that's good. There's a camera box. But we're not ultra concerned about cameras. We are concerned about enforcers though. Which way are those elite guards going to go? They're going that way. So is our target a third person in this room? Yeah. What a pain.
Yep. The architects. Arc.
And then she goes into that room.
Bet they stayed up all night for that one.
Right. So,
Does she come out and come this way? She might do, you know. She might come out this door and then she'll see that briefcase and she'll be like, huh. Yeah, here she comes. And she has indeed gone, huh? And over she goes.
Gotta be kidding.
That's another objective out the way. And another target too. So, number 3 is going to be the tricky one, I feel. They are in the gallery, and it might be hard to do anything in there with any modicum of subtlety. There they are, they're a custodian. Although he is sat fairly close to these toilets, so that's promising. A bunch of people heard that.
Don't move. I'll go check.
There is a box in here on this version of the map, so that's fine.
I'll stay right here. Where it's safe.
come on, give me a break.
Break your skull? Is that what you're after? Now, that can go in the corner. We don't need it. Our man might be on the move.
No, honestly. No.
You gotta.
What good did that accomplish?
Okay, so he kind of saw me do that. And then a courier also happened to come in at the wrong
Sir,
moment.
I think I just found a weapon over there. It was just lying around.
Bit of a pain.
I'll take it from here. Just sit back and relax.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to go back in there, courier? Because if you are, we'll just take you out of the picture. Right, yeah, you get out, guard.
The boss.
Hey, just
Nobody heard that, thankfully. Could have crouched to make sure he didn't spot me in the mirror, but I didn't. That could have cost me, but it didn't. So now our man should be the only one who comes back in, maybe? Although that woman might also, because she's also sat nearby, but I think he's closer. So he'll be the one who comes in when we next cause some bother.
Amelia, you made it. Zoe, I've been looking for
Oh
you.
yeah, it's
Or should I say, Madam?
Cordelia Stuyvesant. Cornelia,
You and Sophia are the most exciting people I know.
whatever her name is. I mean, it might literally have just been on the screen a second ago in a subtitle, but we won't worry about that. Right, here comes our man. He is the closest.
Okay. Can I take a look?
Well,
Yeah.
certainly.
Yeah, you take a look, friend. There we go. Excellent. So that's the potential tricky target out of the way, and now we just got the one that should be fairly straightforward. But we still have a Bartoli to use, so we're not out of the woods just yet. I think we just slide down the pipe. Yeah, we'll drop our briefcase off up here. Let's drop it off just a bit higher, just to be on the safe side. And then we should be able to... Oh, actually, we need to be up on this floor anyway. Because this is where we drop down. There, we are allowed in this bit. Good. Potentially I put down the prox taser at this point. and use that to zap our man. Don't really need to, but it's an item we brought along, so why not? Oh, he's not going to go that far, is he? Let's see.
What? Hey, you can't throw things around.
I didn't
Find a
throw shit,
garbage
mate.
can. Huh? Hey, buddy. You ever hear of trash cans?
Why are you just not... Fine. I thought I saw a spark then as well, as though the prox has just gone off. But I could be wrong. And it's one of those things you don't want to chance. So let's try something else. If we can get some collector's tokens, because we've run out of blunt instruments, you see. Well, potentially we could also use the karma at some point, but let's have a look. I should be able to quietly dispatch this man. Oh, there's a wrench there. We didn't even need to choke that guy out, but I'm wondering if a coin is a better bet. And also pinning ourselves to this might be a better bet.
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
Okay, that
Okay.
possibly didn't go far enough.
Command, got a possible fight. 1-7, moving in to investigate.
Let's see if that works out.
Hello?
Okay, it looks as though this guy is just not gonna...
Is anybody there? Huh? What completely irresponsible
Okay, he's gone far enough now, so...
person would leave a weapon lying around?
Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. The taser went off. Good. And it straight up got the kill. It wasn't even just a knockout. It was the kill. So we don't even need the pistol. That's fantastic. I assume now we are safe to walk past this and it's not going to zap us. Good. So I guess tasers, if picked up, will still kill people? Maybe it was just the micro taser that was fixed? I'm not sure. I'm sure they patched the micro taser so it doesn't automatically kill guards. So I'm kind of confused as to why that big one did. But I'm not going to question it, you know. I'm going to leave the level instead and get a perfect run unless something goes horribly wrong on the way out. Now, do we have a supplier though? Because... yeah, they're way up there though. We might not be allowed that high up. I'm wondering if there's still an item or two that we're missing following my balls up on Haven. We'll check in with the supplier on New York instead. That was relatively stealthy, you know. Bodies were hidden. Accidents were caused where bodies weren't hidden, generally speaking. It was kind of not silent, but quiet assassin. And this will bring us to New York and the final challenge. I suppose it's too much to ask for a chloroform flask, but who knows, maybe the wheels will provide? Spoiler alert, the wheels did not provide chloroform. They provided a collector's crowbar, an HWK-21 covert pistol, a terrible SMG, a Tanto, and that's it, because that took us up to 12 capacity. And then the next thing that the tools wheel would have given us is a block of Semtex, which would have taken us up to 16 capacity. So we're travelling pretty light, all told. We don't have an epic melee weapon, so we're going to have to neutralise the lookout on our travels. What else did New York want us to do? Use one disguise. Probably bodyguard, despite the fact that targets will see through it. Eliminate guards' assault rifle, maybe possible, depending on what the high security guards hold. And yeah, hide target bots. So how are we going to hide our target body? We're going to have to just tail them. And then shank them and stuff them in a box nice and quick. They are looking for a business meeting. They are allergic with a sweet tooth. No hair, glasses, earrings, necklace. So no hat. Looking for a hatless baldy. Let's rock and roll. Okay, employees only is where we are.
Have we talked to everyone?
No, I think I saw him go into the bathroom. Been there for
That's not ideal.
Okay. Doesn't sound promising.
There's a target.
We'll give him the benefit of doubt. Let me know when he comes out.
It's got a hat though.
Thanks.
So we can sneak past that guy. We could get an outfit up here. That was also a hat guy, but I don't know if we can ping him. We can. Good. So we could crowbar this door, but then that guard is going to kick up a fuss. Because it's a crowbar. So do we want to leave this area? We can get a Prox Taser back. But yeah, that's the supply I cleaned out once again.
You know where to find me.
Now, if we're not becoming high security, what are we becoming? IT? Maybe. How do we want to get downstairs? I think we want to leave our briefcase behind for now. Yeah, we'll leave our briefcase. We'll work our way downstairs, I think. That's probably a smart play. You've got hair. You're not the one. You have got a hat. You're not the one. Found a whole bunch of people that are not the one. So that's promising. Now, I don't think anyone's going to stop us doing this. There's going to be no targets roaming about where they shouldn't be, I don't think.
What did you get to Frank?
Frank, am I getting a minute?
Although that said, there is a target there. What a pain. And an assassin. So yeah, that guy's bold. He could be the one.
He's always been an arrow. Shut up about winning the lottery.
I don't want him to be standing there like that.
I mean, have some class.
But he's in the middle of a meeting, perhaps. Secret meeting, I think. So it's not that guy, because we're looking for business.
Loud and clear. But if I get him something, will you go out with me?
Okay, we can't ping him off the list because she's in the way. That's annoying. Now, there's an IT guy there. Bit of a pain. Where's the key? And can we get the key? Maybe not. We could potentially crack the door, but then surely they're going to see us. Have we picked up... Yeah, we've picked up a lead pipe.
Wow.
Is that guy going to come around?
Well, back to my usual boring existence.
No.
Sir, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be
Okay.
anywhere near here.
Now, let's close that
This
door.
guy's a troublemaker. Stay away from him. Please!
Shit! What is wrong with you? You can't just knock people.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you were saying. I was too busy knocking you out. Now, are you going to come in? Or are you just going to stand out there? Because if you're just going to stand out there, I'm okay with that. Yeah, looks like he's chilling. That's good. So what loot have we gathered by knocking those lads out? We've got a security key card, perfect. We've got a cheeseburger, we like that. We've got the opportunity to play Freedom Fighters. No, we don't. Yeah, we got the janitor key. So we can probably get places now. If we slip on this outfit. But now that we're in here, We could potentially get a security guard in here too. We can't hide in the box as we normally would because it's full of man.
Jesus.
Cool. So, choice of outfits. I think we'll go with this one. Yeah, we could have been IT guy, but we'll go with the more straightforward choice. Because it will make life a bit easier when we're roaming around out here. Right, so we don't have a key for this door, do we? No. So we can't crowbar it whilst that man is nearby. I do want the cameras off though. Right, here he goes. And then I think we do have the key for this cabinet. So we can still do our thing with the chloroform. That's a bunch of guards down. There will be suspects coming this way at some point. Now, what are you carrying? Just a submachine gun. Just a shotgun. That's no good. So maybe the guards don't have assault rifles on New York after all. Which is a shame. That room is now a trap for anyone that happens to wander by. That guy might be a lookout. No? Very well. Either way, let's do some strolling upstairs, because I think upstairs is where we need to be. Yeah, that target who's down below, I think is our bold friend that we couldn't switch off earlier. So that guy is one of our 3 business types, but he's not coming up here. Ah, there we go. Bold. I think she just had a cough. Oops, that's not my camera. Yeah, it's probably her. And that's her assassin. So the fact she's got an assassin means he'll probably have to go down first. So, let's see. Get in the box. Potentially she could do exactly the same thing. We don't know for sure that it's her.
As fast as you can.
What's her other tail going to be? Sweet Tooth. But she's bold. If the other target isn't bold, then we probably know it's her. And there we go, she's having a sweetie, so it's almost certainly her. She's probably going to come back this way at some point, and then we could take her out all quiet like. Yeah, it's not you, because you're a hat wearer. So, where's our silence pistola? There it is.
Lovely. I actually worked with Athena about 10 years ago.
Oh, fig. Is that a lookout?
Help me! Hey, you gotta help me!
Well, there we go. We got a lookout. We lost high target bots because he went through the door at the wrong moment. Did anyone see us coming into this cupboard? The fact that it says combat. No, good. I was concerned there for a moment. So we're only going to get 2 out of 4 because we can't get an assault rifle. But it's better than nothing. Now, of course, we've got to get our briefcase back without getting spotted. And we're not changing disguise again. Nobody in our immediate vicinity knows who we are, so that's good. Now some more suspects are fleeing. which is fine.
You got cash?
Can we make it downstairs at this point without too much issue? Not if that guy's coming up the stairs, we can't. He's going that way towards where all the crime happened. I feel like the main entrance is probably not smart.
You ready? Any description? What does he look like?
But this way... That guy is onto us. He's an assassin. Good. Those two guys are onto us. But there's no one actually escaping down here right now, so that's grand. So we've actually done it, you know. We've done an alerted showdown and completed the campaign. Oh no, we haven't. We haven't got the key. Scratch that. We've still got some work to do. Now, you guys can be part of the work, just to be on the safe side.
I lost him! I lost him!
Oh, and I guess we could rob the safe while we're down here. We normally do that, don't we? There's literally no reason to do that at this moment in time. Because we're about to prestige and give up all of our mercies. But it just wouldn't be New York without robbing the safe, would it? Not sure why I'm suddenly in combat once again, but I think that's fine. Might just be because an assassin's been alerted, but they're not going to know where to find me. I'm in a cupboard. It's an Orangeman. And he's seen a bod. Are you able to assist them? Nope. They're far enough in the door that you can't help. Good to know. What about this other black dot out here, though? I mean, they're a black dot, so they're not going to bother me at all. Because they're going to keel over once they try and assist anyone. No, you're coming in this way to assist, are you?
It looks like we have a serious incident here. Guys, better call this one in and bag that poor bastard.
Okay, so you want to bag that guy even though he's just snoozing. So people want to call paramedics for dead guys. And they want to call body bags for sleeping guys. Guards in this game are really bad at determining if someone's living or not. Managed to get everyone awake, did you? Well, temporarily at least. What is that guy doing? He's just standing about. Sooner or later, they're all going to end up in a heap. I mean, we could hurry the process along, perhaps. Or at least we could if our aim was better. This is not an accurate gun. I think they've now both fallen far enough in the room that this guy's not going to be able to help them much longer. There we go. But he has once again fallen outside of the room. What a pain in the butt this man is. You there are a pain in the butt. Oh. Some folks in there have somehow survived the gas. And they're coming this way to do combat. Well, that's enough out of you, my friend. Big old pile over there that just keep keeling over and then getting up and then keeling over again. Will you all just stay down? Why is this guy apparently immune? Yeah, well, he's not immune to that. So, that guy's orange. How does one deal with him without issue? I mean, maybe we don't need to deal with him. He's not likely to spot us if we go this way. Good. There we go, that's our safe robbed. So finally now, it is time to say goodbye to the Item Roulette challenge. It's been fun, all told. But it has caused complications, and I seem to have spent a lot longer on the levels than I normally would, so these might lead to some long episodes for you. I hope you don't mind. So there we go, wheels were spun. Items were used. Many, many items were used. I don't think it's opened my eyes to any items that I wouldn't normally use, being better than I thought they were. But that's fine. It got me thinking outside the box at least. No, it looks like I can't prestige at this point. Why can't I prestige? Am I missing an item? Yeah, I'm missing the custom 5mm. Because the suppliers didn't have that for me, so... Oh, and the concealable baton. That's a shame. What I was going to do is I was going to... There we go. Now I can prestige. Now I've got the baton. But I still... Or did I not lose the custom 5? No, I didn't. Okay, now I can prestige. I was going to prestige first, then open the crate, and therefore I was going to be able to take an item with me into my next challenges. But alas, that's not an option. So instead we say goodbye to everything. We say bye to our guns. We say bye to our money. And I will be starting my next run with more or less a clean slate. Well, I'll be starting with a crowbar. It's better than nothing, right? I could pop upstairs, make some syringes. It'll soon be rolling. The next thing I am doing though is an off-camera run to build up a bit of gear, because it seems fair to build up a bit of gear before I do another deep dive. The next deep dive though might not even require all that much gear, because it will be espionage. So hopefully I'll see you for that next week. And until then, thanks for watching, friends.